this is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be doing an overview of the Stedemon South Sea, and this is just a beast of a knife. I mean, it doesn't even fit in the frame. It's crazy. All right, there we go. Really interesting knife. We will go ahead and talk about that in just a second. But first, please follow me at Knife Standards. You can follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for a lot more knife content and weekly knife reviews. All right, cool. So let's get this out of the way. And let's go ahead and talk about the Stedemon. I think that's how you say it, Stedemon. Stedemon South Sea. This is, I'm pretty sure this is made overseas. I'm pretty sure this is made in China. And it is just a beast of a knife that I saw online. I actually got this on the secondary and I came across it. I saw a couple pictures and I thought, ooh, okay. And they're not available. So you can't get them. I'm not sure if they're doing another production run or what, but couldn't find it new. I looked for it. Came across a couple on Knife Swap, on Reddit, saw one that popped up, grabbed it, and here it is. It came in a cool, like yellow, kind of like Pelican-ish style case, like a hard case, which is nice. These retail for about $180 or so. So is it on the budget side? Not really, but for what it is, titanium frame lock, M390 for $180, that's pretty good. That's pretty solid price. One of the cool things about this knife, not only the action, but it has the kick stop flipper, which is, I think it's a patented, proprietary thing. I think it even says on here, there we go, Lee Williams kick stop. So I guess he invented that. And what it is the flipper tab disappears when you flip it. So there's no flipper tab sticking out of the bottom of the knife. And actually the flipper tab, it kind of moves around. So let's see if we can, there you go. So when you flip it, it gets hidden here and there's like a little track. Let's see if I can see. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little track that the flipper tab kind of runs on and then hides itself. So really interesting. Quite a few knives have the Lee Williams kickstop, but this is my first knife with that flipper tab. So I think that's pretty cool. I also like that there's no tooling on the show side, on the pivot. Looks like T8 on both. Action, pretty good. Can I fail it? I'm pretty sure, yeah, but let's see. Also, you guys can see the crazy, just insane guillotine action. Like I gotta get my fingers out of the way. Boom. Just drop shut, guillotine, and zero play. So it's rock solid and crazy action if you're into the drop shut thing. So lately I have been, I can appreciate a great drop shut knife, but I think the more I'm into knives and the more knives I handle and the more knives I carry over the last, I don't know, let's say 3-4 months, I've kind of gotten away from, smooth action is great, but I've kind of gotten away from the guillotine, like chop your fingers off action. I kind of want a more controlled, maybe like a shake shut. That's kind of where I've been leaning lately. Doesn't mean that's where I'll be in a week. my tastes change fairly often. But here, let's see, here's a good example. That's kind of where my tastes are right now. That kind of shake shut, like nice and smooth, but not chopping off my fingers. Anyway, so titanium frame lock, looks like a dark blast, like a bead blast. Nice satin little belt satin, looks like a machine ground. Pretty nice. I guess it's a hollow. I don't know. Yeah, not deep. I don't even know if this is a hollow. It definitely does. Let's see. I'm gonna take a closer look. Yeah, I guess. I guess that's a hollow, and but nothing crazy. Nothing super deep. Got a nice compound grind. This Tanto action is very cool. I like the blade shape, this style. It's almost like, I don't know, samurai sword-ish. Like, that's the way I would describe it. I don't know if that's the best way to describe this shape, but this kind of, I've seen this shape, this blade shape and this handle shape, I've seen that on a few different knives. One of my favorites is, I think it's Shark Knife Co. He does one that is very similar, very cool. You know, neutral handle, Tanto, excuse me, Tanto blade shape. I like it. As far as ergos go, it's super comfortable. I really like it. Feels great in my hand. This is a giant knife. We're gonna do a size comparison, but no hot spots. Really nice kind of chamfered or contouring, whatever you call it. Really nice and smooth, no sharp edges. I like it a lot. The clip is all right, kind of a neutral milled clip. I'm assuming that's titanium. And this writing though is so hokey, so cheesy. I don't know. It's just, I feel like they could have made that way smaller. I don't really need, I don't know. I mean, Willie Williams kickstop taking up, you know, a quarter of the blade. I don't know. I could get rid of all that, or at least make it smaller. Different font maybe. Let's go ahead and get a size comparison working against the RR. I mean, the RR is not a small knife, and you guys can see, look at this thing. Let's go, what else do I have on my desk? Let's go ahead and, a little bit smaller. Got the quiet carry drift. So let's see where these guys measure up. Quiet carry, I'm pretty sure is 3 inches. Yep, 3 inches and 7. The RR, total blade length, we got about 3.5 and 8. And then the South Sea, 4 inches, yeah. 4 inches and 9. So quite the serious size, definitely on the large category. I think you'd consider the RR at the top of the medium knife category, almost into the large, but not quite. And then, of course, this is kind of like the standard EDC medium size, that 3-inch blade, 7-inch overall, that a lot of knife models and knife designers really gravitate towards. I feel like a lot of knives are either 3 inches on the blade, and I get it, there's some laws that, you know, dictate that, but either 3 inches on the blade or 3.3, or, you know, right around there, and then 7.5 overall. I feel like that's the go-to for a lot of people. Overall, this is a beast of a knife. The action is insane. The kickstop is really cool. I don't think I'm gonna keep this knife. I just don't see myself carrying it and using it, and, you know, having it be part of my rotation. And I go through, centering looks really good to me. You know, I got a lot of knives in my rotation, and there's some knives that I have them, check them out, and then send them on their way. So that is one of these. This is one of those knives. Jimping is not very aggressive. I feel like they could have done a more aggressive jimping job, but overall feels great in hand. Man, this is just a serious knife. Overall, I think it's really cool design, good construction, fit and finish. It does feel a little bit budget-ish, but for $180, you know, I got this for, what did I get this for, $150, $160, it was somewhere around there. I forget the exact number, but for that price point, I feel like it's a solid deal. You got the M390, you got titanium. No complaints on my end. No complaints. The action is good for a flipper as long as you're, like deliberate about the flip. And of course, the closing is pretty ridiculous. Overall, solid knife. I want to consider this a budget knife, but it just doesn't quite. For me, budget knives are like $100 and lower. So it doesn't quite hit the budget territory for me. But I also forgot to mention there's some extensive internal milling, which is always a good thing to see. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. How many times have I said I'm going to get a flashlight on my desk? But there you go. Some really nice internal milling. Overall, solid knife. I'm tempted to take this apart and check out the internals, but I'm not going to mess with it. Not going to mess with the flipper tab and the kickstop. Overall, really solid knife. This is the Stedemon South Sea. They make other models as well. Check them out. I don't know a lot about the company, but it seems like a cool kind of overseas Chinese budget-ish brand for what you get. I'm not sure if they make more expensive knives, but I'm definitely going to check them out a little bit more thoroughly and see what else they have to offer. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Knife Standards. I'll catch you later.